erika.tesla here. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and if you are new, thank you so much for deciding to click on this video. Today we are going to be talking about the Bellabeautébar x Deandranicoleee Ultra Violet palette. And as you can see, I already have a look that I have done that I will talk about or show you in this video. And I was so excited when this collection was announced because, one, I love purples. If you watched my previous palette collection declutter video, which I will link in the description box, you'll see I have quite a few purple palettes, but I am a purple goblin. I love purple shades. I think on the eye they're really flattering. And so when I saw this palette announced, especially because it was with Deandranicoleee, I was really excited. If you're not familiar with her, she is a super talented content creator. She does a lot of swatches, she does some looks, but she just does like these amazing swatches for different brands. And I see her arm and I always look to see if she's tagged in the photo, because she just really, you know, it's an art. It's an art. I think some people underestimate how swatching can be, you know, an art form for, especially for folks in the beauty community, because you want to see how the colors look. And she does a lot of swatches for deeper skin tones, which is very necessary, very, very necessary. So she showcases eyeshadows so beautifully. So I was really excited to see that she had her own collab and that she decided to do a beautiful purple color story. So in this video, I'm just talking about my first impressions. I actually did this look before I even swatched the shadows. I was just so excited to dig in and put the colors on my eyelids. Like, I really wanted to just see how the shadows perform, and I'm really happy with how this look came out. Like, I keep looking at myself in the monitor like, okay. And in addition to the palette, there were some pigments that came out. I did not purchase the pigments in the little pots or in the pans because I am not the best. I don't have the best track record of using my single shadow products, with maybe the exception of my Clionadh shadows. I just knew that I wasn't going to get around to using them the way they deserve to be used. And they look absolutely beautiful. I do believe those are all sold out. And I think, unfortunately, also the lip glosses, which I did pick up, these are sold out too. I'm not sure if these are restocking or not, but I did pick these up and I have a couple of the shades on my lips. These are really stunned me, I think, because I was not expecting them to be as pigmented and opaque as they actually are, even though I've seen swatches. I don't know why, but I just did not make that connection that these would show up as pigmented as they are. But these are really beautiful. So I am glad that I picked these up. They're really fun. I have on the shade I Lilac You right now over a lip liner, just to kind of define the lip line. Really, I mean, I feel like an intergalactic space goddess in this. Now, it does kind of pull out the yellow in the teeth, so that is something to be aware of. But if that doesn't bother you, or if you have unnaturally white teeth and you're blessed with, you know, very, very white teeth, maybe that won't be much of an issue for you. But regardless, these are really, really cool. So I did pick those up. So the palette and the glosses, and then I think there were some pigments that also came in the collection. I didn't pick those up. Now, the palette is not currently available, but you can pre-order it. I think there's like a 10 to 12 week lead time, but I still wanted to do this video in case at some point you do decide you want to order this palette. You can make that decision, and hopefully this will help you see how these colors play together. So I did do some swatching on my arm ahead of this because I thought about live swatching, but you guys, like, my nails look absolutely atrocious. So I was like, let me pre-swatch the palette so you guys don't have to suffer through, well, looks like a squirrel attack on the ends of my fingernails. But here we have the shades of the palette, and I'm going to go through them with my pinky finger, which isn't like as horrendous as the other shades. So we have the shade Magical. We have the shade Serenity. We have the shade Spiritual. Peace and the shade Rarity. This is like ridiculously stunning. Like this one, I gasped when I swatched it on my arm. Then we have, this is the start of the second row of the palette. We have this shade Exotic. Then we have the shade Imagination, Royalty, Creativity. We have Nobility. And then this is the start of the third row of the palette. We have Mystery, Powerful, let's see, Extravagance, Balance, and then finally Luxury. And yeah, so these are the shades in the palette. So we've got 15 gorgeous shades here, and I'm just really impressed that, you know, with purple, you know, it's not necessarily the easiest to formulate, but as you can see just from the swatches, these are really pigmented. Like these went on really beautifully. Bellabeautébar did a fantastic job formulating these. I'm gonna get into this look for you guys and then chat about my final thoughts. I'm so excited, guys. Okay, this baby is fresh. She is fresh. I think I'm gonna start here with the shade Serenity, which is such a pretty light lilac lavender color, and I'm just gonna go into the crease, and I'm using the Singe Beauty E02 brush. I really like this brush because it's fluffy and it fits nicely into the crevice of my eye socket. And that's going on really, really nicely. I don't know if you guys can see that, and I'm gonna bring it up a little bit further up on this part of the eye just because I do have some drooping that has happened over time. No worries there. We just adjust the placement. And wow, that is really nice. You can see it, it's showing up. I think this would be a really pretty all over the lid color if you were doing a pastel, like an all pastel purple look. But I just want something in the crease because I'm going to go in with some deeper shades. And this is just, I'm just laying down this color to help me blend those other shades out at some point. Wow. For this to be a lighter purple, and I'm not feeling like it's ashy or anything, it's just very light. So now I want to go in with a little bit of the shade Peace, which is right here. I'm looking in my viewfinder too. Viewfinder, camera, and I'm going to place that a little bit on the outer V with the same E02 brush from Singe, the unmistakable yellow handle. And these are blending in nicely together. I do have a little dryness on my lash line. I had a little irritation on my eye a couple of weeks ago. I think it was just a combination of things because it's very cold where I am right now, and I already have like drier skin, and my eyelids just really suffered for that. So I took a little break from wearing makeup to give my skin some time to recover, and it's doing a lot better. So I'm just being more careful with moisturizing that area, very particular about you know, makeup removal and keeping the skin clean and moisturized so that when I do put my makeup on, I get a better application because the skin does get a little bit dry, and I think that's just a function of the weather and then my skin type. I would say I'm kind of like combo. This is really going on super pretty. Wow. Beautiful. So if I really wanted to just stop and do like a softer look, I could. Like I could just pop on some sparkle, but I think I want to go in with a little bit of a deeper shade. So I'm going to actually go in with this shade. Let's see. What do I want to do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go in with balance. I'm gonna go in balance. Please excuse my nails, guys. I had some choices to make today, and it was either film or paint my nails. And I wanted to film first, so I had time to get this recorded and then paint the nails later, because that just requires downtime. Ooh, I'm tapping this on, and this is the E04 brush. It's a little bit smaller than the E02 brush, and that's because I know that I'm going in with the darker color. I wanted a slightly more precise placement. This is going on really nicely, and I'm tapping it on, and I'm going to go back in with the E04 brush and blend that out and soften it, but it's laying down nicely over the other colors. So I'm tapping and blending. Oh, this is such a pretty shade. I think when I opened this palette, that was like the first color that I saw. And I thought, yes, we were going in with this one. And I think this would be really pretty for a smoky eye look. And I'm not too worried about it being like super neat right now, because I'm going to go back in and clean up this area. I'm just trying to get the color laid down. But I am pressing the shade in. And if you have watched my other videos, I've talked about the texture, so I would be happy to talk more about that technique, but I'm just pressing the color in and trying to make it symmetrical on both sides. We'll see how that goes. But this is really pretty so far, and I'm gonna go in with the E04 again. And I have a little color switch here that I'm using between, just so that I can take the pigment off of the brush. I am really proud of myself, guys, because I did wash my brushes this past weekend. So these are pretty clean brushes. These are nice and freshly washed. I do sometimes between uses use the Cinema Secrets to get the pigment like really out, but I still think you have to go in with a good old-fashioned bath for your brushes, like soap and water, not soaking them of course, but just going in with some soap and water and getting all of the dirt and pigment and oils from the eyes out of the brushes and cleaning them and all of that good stuff. Just good brush hygiene. I try. So I'm blending that out. And considering the texture that I have on my eye, like I'm actually really happy with how these shades are blending. And this shade looks like balanced. It looks intimidating at first because it's so deep, but it's blending out really nicely. So I'm actually going in with a little bit more to deepen this up. Yeah, wow. I'm so happy for Deandranicoleee. She did such a nice job with this. And for us purple lovers, like this is such a great palette. And I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of Serenity in the inner corner. And then again with a little bit of Peace over that, blending the two shades in this part of the lid. And I'm going to take a little bit more Peace and kind of softly blend out the outer edge of the deeper shade. I like how this look is coming together. And just softening the edges as much as possible. I think that's the key to any eye look, is just blending, blending. When in doubt, blend. That's what they say, right? When in doubt, blend. I'm going back in with the E04 brush, and again tapping in that deeper shade to re-intensify the outer V. And you're seeing me look at my, I guess not viewfinder, the screen that I have, the output, the HDMI output, so that I could see kind of a better view of what I'm doing. I have a mirror that I'm looking at. I have this little screen I'm looking at. Monitor, I should say. That's the word I was looking for, monitor, that I'm looking at, and just blending and adding color. And so yeah, I'm kind of going back and forth between the EO4 and the EO2 brushes. Angie did a really nice job with these brushes. I know she put out some new ones. I have not picked those up yet. I have a plethora of brushes. So when she came out with these, I didn't really need more brushes, but I definitely wanted to try her brand. And I have been reaching for these a lot, along with the What's Up Beauty goat hair brushes. Between these two and the BK Beauty, like I think one of these days I want to do a video where I talk about the brushes that I like to use, because I've had a lot of friends ask me, what brushes are you using? Like, what do I use? Because the tools do matter. But I think Angie did a really great job with these brushes. It's been really cool just seeing different content creators come out with products that they want to see, because they have that understanding of what other makeup enthusiasts really enjoy, because that's what they like. And I think it's been really cool to support other content creators who they get it. They just get it. So I'm just going in and out with the shade and blending. And I'm going to go back in with Peace and just, again, softening and blending. And I'm not worried about how crazy it looks on the outer V, because I am going to clean this stuff up. I'm going to clean it up. It's going to come together. Trust the process, right? That's what they say. Okay, now this is the hardest part, because I have to pick a multi-chrome. What do I do? Oh gosh, they're all so beautiful. They're all so beautiful. I'm like, let me see. Oh, that is pretty. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. Do I do the hot pink? I think Creativity is calling to me, this one. It's this really pink shade. Ooh, oh yes, it's pink, but it's got this blue shift. So I'm just pressing that on with my index finger. Please ignore my nail. I apologize, guys. This is, wow, super, super duper pretty. This is stunning. Wow. Very easy. Very easy. I think what takes me the longest amount of time with an eye look is just simply the application process, just because when you have the textured lids and you have crepey skin, that does take a little bit more time. It's not that you can't do quick looks, but I think especially if you're choosing to work with deeper colors, it takes a little time to apply and build the shades so that you're not emphasizing the wrinkles. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but you're just getting it into the folds of the skin. That is really, really pretty. And I'm gonna go back over that with the EO1 brush. I'm gonna dip in here with this brush and see if I can like really define it. Yes, that is really nice. I've been wanting to do a look with like a really, like a deeper outer V and a pop on the inner corner. Oh, pretty, 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 pretty. And I think just for fun, I don't have to do this. I don't know if I'm team too much, but this shade, I think, was it Spiritual? Spiritual looks really pretty. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna add a little dab of Spiritual to the center. Do you see that? just a little and kind of dab that in there. That's a nice little bit of transition. Not, let's see, just go one more swipe. Yes, these nails are atrocious, okay, but we're gonna focus on this pretty eyeshadow. Oh, yeah, she did this. She did the darn thing. That is beautiful. I love how that's looking, and it's blending really nicely into the balance shade. Really, really loving that. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with a pencil brush. I don't know if I have a pencil brush from Singe Beauty, but I do have pencil brushes from, let's see, this is a Sigma pencil brush. This is the E30. And I'm just going to go back in with the same 3 matte shades as before. So I'm gonna start with Serenity and apply that underneath. And my plan is to apply these shades, and I'm gonna clean up under the eye. I'm not too worried about that. There's almost nothing a little concealer can't fix. I'm just going back in with Serenity, which is this really the pretty light shade. And I think this would look so pretty for a springtime Easter look. And I know it looks crazy right now because like, what is going on? But that's because I'm going to layer the deeper shades, and I'm going to go in with Peace, which is my medium purple. In my mind, this process makes sense. Okay, I'm building up that lower lash line color. They layer really nicely on top of each other. Okay, so this is Peace. And then I'm using my switch again in between shades, and then finally I'm going in with Balance, and I'm going to try to keep Balance as close to the lash line as possible, but leveraging the other 2 lighter shades to diffuse it. So it gives it a little bit of smoke, but not too overwhelming. And I'm not going in with too much because I'm going to go back in and I'm going to clean, not clean, but basically get the pigment, the main pigment off, and just blend it and soften it so it looks a little harsh right now. But again, color switch, and then now like there's not any major pigment on here other than what's stained on the brush that I can't really control. And I am just blending. I'm gonna come in with some, I'm gonna clean this up, liner lashes, and I'll be back to talk about my thoughts on this palette. Okay, I'm back. I finished the look for the most part. I thought, let's do this. I was gonna jump into talking about the palette, but I kind of want to add like a little something. I'm an inner corner highlight gal, and there's the shade Magical here. And I'm using the R107 brush from What's Up Beauty. I love these brushes. They did send these to me, and I've been reaching for them nonstop. And I'm just gonna go in and just dab a little. Girl, that's beautiful. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. I don't know why my lash is lifting a little bit. I'll put her back and add this to the inner corner. That's like the perfect little finishing touch. Okay, and before I get into really divulging thoughts on this palette, let's go ahead and try out the lip glosses. There are 3 shades. We have the 3 glosses here, 3 beautiful shades, and we have, let's see, I'm gonna start with I Lilac You, and I don't have anything on my dry lips. And this lash, girl, you better stay there. Stay. I might have to touch up that glue a little bit. Okay, we're gonna try I Lack You. Did I say I Lack You? Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, and this is my first time trying any of this stuff on. This is like intergalactic. Out of this world. This is like foiled. I did not expect that from this. Okay, this is the very first impressions, guys, because I haven't even swatched these. It does make my teeth look a little yellow. So I would be smiling like this. But I like the color. I think on my skin tone it looks great, but I might need like a tooth whitening kit. But that is really cool. That's really, really cool. I actually really like this shade. So this is I Lack You. Okay, I managed to, see, look at that. Let's get that off. It's pigmented. The lip products are pigmented. Let's see. This one is Raisin the Bar. Raisin the Bar. Let me check the box and make sure that, yeah, Raisin the Bar. And this one's got this blue tone. Wow. And these smell slightly of like a peppermint, not like a strong menthol, but like a peppermint. It's soft. It's not unpleasant. And there's no clumping effect or anything like that. But there's a slight sweet smell, and I'm putting on another layer so you guys can see. So I thought, and this is me, I was under the impression these were more like a gloss, but these, they're pretty opaque. They're pretty pigmented. So if you do have more yellow teeth, I'm gonna say like you're gonna notice that these might pull that out. This doesn't make my teeth look as yellow as I Lack You. And it doesn't mean that I don't like it. But I'll be doing a lot of smizing in this look. It's really stunning. These are really stunning colors. I'm actually really impressed. So we have one more to try on. And then finally we have Wine About It, spelled W-I-N-E. And it's the most purple looking one. This goes on looking more magenta. Very pretty. It's got a little bit more pink to it than the other two. Still making the teeth look yellow, but I mean, that is really not unusual with purple lip products. It's gonna pull that out. It's amazing like how color theory works in relation to our dental situations. And I don't feel bad about it. It's pretty. I mean, as long as you're not, you know, needing to do like a Colgate commercial or anything like that. Like, I mean, honestly, these shades are really, really pretty. They do pull out some yellow, but I think they're really stunning shades, and I'm not mad at it. It looks really good with the eye look. Like, these colors coordinate really beautifully with the palette. So yeah, I really like this combination. So I'm gonna do some editing magic, and when I come back, I will be able to give you some thoughts on the palette, because I will have actually swatched it, all of that fun stuff. Sometimes I film a little bit out of order because I really just wanted to dig in and get like a first impression of the look. So I'm going to film the intro, do the swatches, and then after this section, talk to you guys about my initial impressions of the palette and the lip products. Okay, so when I say my final thoughts, I really just want to talk about my final first impressions. So ultimately, I think that this palette is really beautifully done. I'm really happy. The packaging is really nice. You get this full mirror, and what's really cool is that these pans are magnetic, so you can take these shades out. For this to be my first purchase from Bellabeautébar, I have to say I'm very impressed This is my first purchase from the brand. I don't think it's gonna be my last. I did decide to skip out on the Dead Roses palette because I think that launched the same day as the Ultra Violet palette, but I'm kind of rethinking that decision. So I might put in a pre-order. I'm not really sure how the brand works, if everything is limited edition or if they bring things back or if they keep it in permanent stock. But I think that I want to play with this one a little bit more, and then maybe sometime down the road I might add Dead Roses to my collection because I've seen a few videos of that one and it looks really, really stunning. And I'm stunned. I'm really happily stunned and surprised and pleased at how beautifully pigmented this palette is. And I shouldn't say that I'm stunned, actually. I should say that I'm really happy. I'm really pleased. And I think that Deandranicoleee, she did a fabulous job on this. This is definitely, I think, in line with her aesthetic and her vibe. And she did a fantastic job curating these colors because it's not like, I mean, this is a nice amount of shades, but it's not so mega that it's overwhelming. I think 15 purples is probably about as many as you need to cover like all the different tones, undertones, all of that good stuff, and not be overwhelmed. So yeah, first impressions, I'm really pleased. I'm very excited. I want to do something with this shade Rarity, and I know that some content creators, they do like the multiple looks. I would like to maybe do that in another video because I just really wanted to get this up, and I knew just in terms of time I wanted to at least get something up for you guys, just sharing with you my thoughts. So if you want to see more looks with this palette, I tend to lean towards doing short form content just because I can pump out a little bit more quickly for you. But if you wanted something more in-depth, if you wanted more long form content, definitely comment down below. And I did have a subscriber indicate to me that they're super interested in a purple palette collection video, so I am going to put that together. I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to be filming that, but that is in the forefront. I do want to do a purple palette collection video for you guys because I do love purples, and I'm really happy with the purple palettes that I have in my collection, and I just think it would be really fun. So let me know if you are definitely on board with that idea for a video. But yeah, first impressions, this is absolutely beautiful. I want to say congratulations to Deandranicoleee and Bellabeautébar on what I would consider a successful collaboration because this sold out. It is going to restock, but it's just super fulfilling. I think, I must imagine as a content creator, to know that something that you put out into the world is received with such excitement. And I know when she started doing like the teasers and the reveals and stuff like that, I for one was like really excited about it because I've been following her Instagram for a long time, and I know she did a lot with a Facebook group, a ColourPop Facebook group, and would just produce some of the most like beautiful swatches. And she, you know, rightly so, brands reach out to her to swatch their products because, again, she's filling a niche that's very much needed, showing us what these pigments and colors look like on deeper skin tones. And just on top of that, just the quality of the content that she produces. So it's really exciting to see her get this collab and be able to put this out there for us. So I think she did a fantastic job. So kudos to her. Kudos to Bellabeautébar for selecting such an awesome content creator to work with. And for now, putting me on to a brand that I was not previously super familiar with. Of course, I've seen their releases and things like that, but the combination of Deandranicoleee and purple, irresistible to me. So I was really excited, and I'm really glad to have this in my purple palette collection, and I'm really excited to do some more looks with this. So let me know what you guys think of this collection. Let me know, did you pick this up? Is this something you're interested in picking up? And do you like purple eyeshadows? You know, let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear from you down in the comments. Make sure to like this video if you enjoy this kind of content, and please consider subscribing to my channel. It'd be really awesome to have you join my little makeup corner on YouTube and just chat makeup with you guys. As always, thanks for taking time out of your day to hang out. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.